Is Rue really headed to recovery? Cassie really thinks she's the victim, but she's the villain. And it's time that Menace Nate Jacobs exit stage left. What's good, y'all? It's your good sis Erica Vane coming to you again right here on Erica Vane TV with a Euphoria breakdown. In this video, I am going to be breaking down episode 6, which was definitely a hard one to watch. If I was to go to my favorite parts, it is the tie between Fezco and Lexi getting their connection on, sitting there, vibing out, watching Stand By Me, and just really connected with one another. I'm not looking forward to what it's gonna be like when Fez has to be accountable for old dude that Ashtray killed earlier in the episode. I think that Faye and her little boyfriend are about to bring problems and drama into their lives, and I'm just not looking forward to it. I want Lexi and Fez, Lexi, let's go. I want them to be able to prosper. Like, we deserve nice things, and if Sam Levinson is going to continue to terrorize us with the Jacob household, then the least that he could do is go ahead and let us like watch Fezco ride off into the sunset, right? I think so. So it's a tie between the moments between Fezco and Lexi and the Minka Kelly moments. Like, I was absolutely obsessed watching, I don't even remember her character's name. I keep calling her Minka Kelly because it's her real name and I absolutely adore her. But the moments between Minka Kelly and the woman that she plays, and Maddy, she literally gives Maddy a little bit of perspective. Basically, she was the Cassie in her friend group at some point, and she slept with her friend's man, and she offers advice and counsel to Maddy in a very endearing moment. Like, while it doesn't help me empathize with Cassie at all, it's nice to see Maddy have someone to be able to go to. I think one of the things that we don't actually register when watching a series is that Maddy literally don't have nobody. Like, Maddy has Cassie, and now she don't even have that. Maddy had Nate, and she don't even really have that because he's a damn menace. Like, she really doesn't have anybody. So while we can think about, you know, how aggressive she is and how, you know, quick to confront people she is and how it seems like she's all big, bad, and strong, it's like she has to cultivate that type of personality, or she has to cultivate that persona to be able to protect herself, because she's really out here just thugging it by herself. And I think that really hit home for me in this episode. So then to see Cassie be running around and centering herself and making herself the victim of some stuff that she decided to do, it just made me not like her even more. Like, if you are a Cassie stan, I don't know how you are surviving. Like, I know that you're on life support, and she's about to pull the plug on all of y'all, because I literally don't see it for her anymore. When she compared her dad walking out on her and Lexi to Rue's dad dying, I was like, that's it. I'm done. You don't gotta worry about me. You do not gotta worry about me. I am out, Cassie. I can't root for you, sis. I cannot sympathize or empathize with you. She literally went a full-on Karen in this episode. She's running around acting like she's the victim when she's really, truly the villain, and she has no remorse. So while she's crying about,
oh, nobody trusts me and nobody likes me anymore, and oh, everybody's mad at me and I'm just this bad person and people think I'm this bad person, but I'm really not this bad person, and then
you end the episode still going with Nate any damn way. So do you regret it? Are you really sorry? Are you sorry if you're going to continue to do it? I'm waiting, Cassie, because you spent all episode trying to slice your wrists with the dang on wine opener and crying and zapping out on your mom and Lexi and just completely losing it, all the while to just come as soon as Nate Jacobs calls. Have you not learned nothing? Y'all literally only have sex. That's it. But you're like so head over heels in love that you're going to completely throw your whole inner circle and your life down the toilet for him. And I absolutely loved how Lexi just gathered her real quick. Like, you are sad. You literally are running around here after a boy who has spent most of y'all's life knowing each other, making fun of you. You're goofy. Like, I just wanted Lexi to continue with any adjective that she can come up with to call her stupid, because Cassie, you're stupid, honey. And I don't even like the idea of calling another woman stupid. But when you're being stupid, you're being stupid. Cassie's being stupid. Andy's being stupid, and sisters. And we got to call a spade a spade. Nate. The fact that we are continually terrorized by the Jacobs clan, I don't appreciate it. Like, I think the Jacobs family is going to be the reason why I stopped watching Euphoria, because I don't know if I can handle it. We get the moment with him and his mom. His mom is drinking and, oh, I'm free, and now she just letting stuff out and can't figure out how Nate became what he became. Meanwhile, she is who she is, and sis, you are definitely a part of it. You got mad shade and raggedy things to say about Maddy. Meanwhile, Maddy is just literally the 2021 version of yo ass, but you want to judge her. Hello, pot. Hello, kettle. Like, girl, I can't. Like, she's literally the pot calling the kettle black, and it doesn't make any damn sense. She literally is like,
oh, I was so worried that Maddy was going to get pregnant, and she was the type of person to keep it out of spite.
You knew Cal was not happy about you being pregnant. You kept it out of spite, and then you don't... Like, the moments between Nate and his mama went from, okay, let's see where this goes, to pull up, all of y'all are trash, throw the whole family away. Like, Aaron didn't even really do nothing. I think that's the older brother name, but he getting thrown out by proxy because it can't be nothing great running through his blood either, because both the mama and the daddy is trash. The mama's talking about she really does love the blonde girl. Meanwhile, the blonde girl is Maddy's best friend, and all she could do is chuckle when she comes up with that, or when Nate reveals that to her. And then she's talking about, oh, well, you did it a little bit too far with some of the things that they were talking about that happened between Nate and Maddy, one of which is that he choked her, and she literally is like not caring really. Like, she's literally making off the cuff comments about him choking out this girl, how toxic their relationship is, like potential like all of this stuff, and I'm just like, and you're the parental unit? She's sitting there drinking her wine, letting this boy drink whiskey or whatever he's it's just I really think the Jacobs family is going to be the reason why I stopped watching, because after we get this moment, because it's not even this is the issue, when Nate decides to go get this diss from Maddy and he brings a gun with him, and he goes as far as to put the gun to her head, push her on the bed, lay on top of her, and then put the gun to his head and actually pull the trigger in some weird ass Russian roulette bull. That was it. I don't think I have any more minutes Nate Jacobs scenes in me. I don't think I can watch it, because this boy is literally a terrorist, and I'm sorry, but it's time that he dies. Yes, I know he's a teenager. I'm over it. He is literally wreaking havoc on all of the women, like everybody. Him and his daddy are literally wreaking havoc, and he goes on this whole like slight redemption arc by giving Jules the disc and letting her know about the disc and telling her everything that he said to her in the past was the truth, and yada yada yada. She's like, oh, well, does this make you a good guy? No, it doesn't. He admits to that. That's all fine and cute, but you literally just put a gun to Maddy's head and then yourself. There's no saving Nate Jacobs at this point. And honestly, at this point, as a character, you have made amends to Jules. You have gotten the disc back from Maddy by the completely wrong way of doing so. You have now had everything out with your mama, so everything is out on the table. Who knows where your daddy is, but your daddy is very clear of whatever's going on. All of his things are tied up. You get one last little romp with Cassie. Now you can go get hit by a train or something. There's no need for Nate Jacobs in the show anymore. He has literally done the ultimate. Like, the only other thing that he could do that could be worse than anything else that he's already done is actually kill someone. We ain't gotta watch that, do we, Sam? I mean, I know you're a filmmaker, you sensitive about and you also like to traumatize your audience, but please don't make us watch Nate Jacobs kill somebody. And I don't know what it makes me for calling for Nate's demise and death, but I am, y'all. I just don't want to see it anymore. I don't want to see it anymore. There was some point where I was just like, oh, his daddy messed him up, and clearly his mama messed him up, and all of that, but no, I'm done. I think Maddy, the whole Maddy on the bed with the gun that's the straw that broke the camel's back for me. He is literally a terrorist, and he must be terminated. That's it. That's all. Jules in this episode, we only get little bits of her because Rue is still narrating, and she ain't got time for that. She's like F Jules and F Elliot, so we don't really know what's going on with Elliot. But in this episode, Jules is like, I guess, struggling from, outing Rue. Okay, cool. We don't really get much aside from Nate bringing her the disc and then telling her about that. So we don't necessarily know where she's going with it. But even with him giving her the disc, there's still like this moment of connection for them, because he's like, oh, everything that I said was true. And she's like, oh, everything that I said was true. Jules, don't go down that road, sis. You've already dodged a bullet. It's just a no. So let's get to the biggest part of the episode. Rue and her withdrawals. Like, while I struggled to watch it was so hard to watch it, Zendaya just gives another like award-winning performance in this episode. She's going through withdrawals and her mom can't seem to get her into a rehab center. Her mom is very concerned that she's going to wind up killing herself. Ali comes over because Rue calls to like apologize and they make amends, and I think that it's so great that Ali is able to come over and talk with the family, especially when he was talking with Gia and like giving her validation and reassurance that her feelings matter, and it's understandable that she is pissed with Rue because she shouldn't have to deal with this, and you know, talking to her mom about taking care of Gia and just really having a very open and honest conversation about Rue and where she's at on this journey and what they can do to actually help her, which in all honesty right now nobody can do anything. Like he says, Rue has to find a hope to be able to kick this thing and to push forward. She has to find a reason to want to continue to be sober and to most of all to live. And I think it's so dope because you really understand the power of a sponsor, specifically the power of a sponsor who deeply cares about you, because Ali becomes like a whole force as soon as he enters into, you know, the house and he comes to cook the family dinner. It's like you could tell the energy shifts. You could tell that he just brings a bunch of strength with him, and I absolutely loved it. Again, Zendaya's performance was freaking amazing. Just watching the withdrawal and like the little nuances of her trying to open this Jolly Rancher and like the pains that you feel in your body from, you know, the actual withdrawal symptoms, and it was visceral, very, very visceral to watch. It was hard to watch, however, while it wasn't like my favorite stuff was like the little like more lighthearted things, but I really respect the scenes about Rue and the family and Rue's journey and what's going to happen moving forward. I am praying that they're going to be able to get her into a rehab because I don't know if she's going to actually be able to turn a corner at home. Like right now they're keeping her in this house, but like how long are they going to be able to do that? Clearly part of the issue was like her mom was letting her go and do whatever beforehand, and clearly Rue isn't, you know, capable of managing certain urges and temptations and triggers and all of that kind of stuff. I also want to know what we finna do about this suitcase, because nothing about it came up from what I can recall from the episode, and I know Laurie gonna want her money or she gonna want Rue's ass, and I'm gonna need her not to kidnap Rue and put her on nobody's track, or like that is looming over my head of like what is going to happen to Rue. Is Laurie going to come for her? Because the mama don't even know. The mama don't even know about the money that she's going to owe and all of that. But we're probably going to see that in episode 7. I ain't even going to hold y'all. This was a very beautifully paced episode. It had everything that we needed to see and not too much. It was so much there that you can just focus on without it being overdone. The other thing that I kind of don't want to talk about, but I have to talk about it because it was in this episode, Kat and Ethan. And I don't want to talk about it, y'all, because the scene was dumb. I don't know what Sam's issue is with Barbie, but the art is suffering for it, and I'm pissed about it. I don't like how Kat's character is being handled this season. I think that he's giving her all this arbitrary ass shit to do. It makes no sense. She was completely like strong and powerful, but yet vulnerable in season 1, and now she's all over the place and conflicted, but like not even in a way that's nuanced and makes sense. Like she literally told this boy she has a terminal illness and that's why she needs to break up, but then she didn't try to break up. So then he decides to like, yo, like you're trying to break up with me. That's what it is. And then she tries to flip it back on him. And I'm just like, Kat would never. Like, what is this? We know that she's unhappy, even though she thinks that she's supposed to be happy because he's a nice guy. But this dialogue is what you chose. This scene is what we just had to see in reference to how you could have just made them break up over text message if he was going to do this. You could have saved us this whole little 5 minutes of nothingness, Sam, and just had her break up with him over text message, because the character reversion that you have going on because Barbie didn't agree with where you were taking her character, so you slice up her lines and then give her this bullshit to act through. It's just like, no, I can't even give you like a critique of the actual scene and where her character is and at the plot of it and whatever, like her story, like B story. Like I can't even say that because it makes no damn sense. It really doesn't. And I'm annoyed about it. Like I'm really annoyed about it. And I hate this for Barbie. I hate the idea that you took such a beautifully written character and because of your personal BS or whatever's going on behind the scenes, now we're getting this. We're getting this highly sexual, confused, conflicted girl in high school who has bouts of insecurity and empowerment, who randomly decides to tell her boyfriend, who was a very nice guy, that she wishes that she actually liked more than she did, that she has a terminal illness in an attempt to break up with him, but then gets pissed when he breaks it off with her. Tragic. Well, y'all, that is my breakdown of episode 6 of Euphoria season 2. Let me know what you thought in the comment section down below. What are you anticipating for episode 7? What do you love so far about this season? Let me know all of that and more in the comment section down below. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, turn on your bell notification so that you don't miss out on any of my Euphoria videos, and you'll be notified the moment that I post. I cannot wait to chat with you next week with the new episode. Hopefully Nate Jacobs isn't in it, but just be mindful, y'all. I might have to abandon ship at some point because I refuse to continue to be terrorized by Nate Jacobs. Bye.